Good evening. And as I've said earlier, uh, this class, the objective for this class is at the end of the lesson, students should be able to one, identify and distinguish between fundamentals and derived quantity. Two, state the correct SI units of common physical quantities. And three, to apply knowledge of quantity and unit to answer objective questions. So I would like you to join me. So, what is physical quantity? Physical quantity is anything that can be measured and expressed using a number and a unit. So when you're talking about physical quantity, think of whereby someone said, I will give you 1,000. You'll be thinking 1,000 words. But immediately the person say, okay, I will give you 1,000 naira. You know that the person is already talking about money. So that is physical quantity, expressing using the number 1000 and the unit naira. So what are the examples of this quantity we are talking about? We have length, mass, time and temperature and so on. So we have the volumes of this physical quantity. So the types of the physical quantity, we have number one, we have the fundamental quantity, which is called the base quantity. These are the quantity that cannot be broken down. They are independent, that is, they are the ones where others quantity are being made of. So we have seven fundamental quantity for this scope of this level. So we have seven fundamental. So fundamental, which is base quantity, you have seven. So we have the length, we have the mass, the time, temperature, electric current, luminous intensity, amount of substance. This is quantity. So but we have the unit. That means what we will use in order to know which quantity you are talking about. For example, length, the unit is meter. So anytime they say okay 10 meter, I will know that they are talking about length because the unit of length is meter. The same thing applicable to mass. We can have different measurement or different units of mass. We can measure mass in pound, we can measure in gram, but the SI unit, that means the international system of the SI unit, that is the one we agree upon that okay, this is the unit we are going to be using, and it is called kilogram for mass. The same thing applicable to time. You can measure time in minutes, in hour, week, day, year, and so on. But the SI unit of time is seconds, where we can use our small letter s to denote. The same thing applicable to temperature, which is Kelvin, electric current, ampere, and the symbol is capital letter H. The luminous intensity is measured in a candela, that is the unit for luminous intensity, and amount of substance, which is the mole. All these are the seven fundamental quantity. Fundamental, that is, they are the base quantity. Derived quantity, this is the second type of quantity, of physical quantity. Derived quantity, these are quantity formed from base quantity, that is the fundamental. So we join one or two fundamental together to get derived. As the name implies, derive, we derive it from the fundamental quantity. Look, for the example, we have our speed. Speed is derived from distance over time. Distance over time, that is the formula for speed. So speed is a derived quantity. Velocity is also a derived quantity, which is displacement over time. And let's look at the unit aspect. The unit of velocity and the speed, they are the same thing, which is meter per seconds. And the acceleration, we have the velocity over time. and the unit is meter per second square. If you check, we use the unit also to get and call it our derived unit. We call it derived unit also. So, and the acceleration too, we have acceleration is velocity over time, which is meter per second square, and we have our force, which is mass times acceleration, and it is measured in Newton. So these are the derived quantity. We have a lot of them. I'd like you to check this list of derived quantity very well. You know, area is length times breadth and the unit. So I would like you to take your time. You can pause the video and write everything inside your notebook. So the speed, the velocity, the area, the pressure, the formulas, because they are derived units, and meanwhile the unit is also necessary. So we can call them, the unit is a derived unit also, as we have in the fundamental. We have fundamental quantity and fundamental unit. So let's know the derived quantity, the formulas, and the unit. So you can pause the video to look at this, what I've put together for you. So after you have written that, you can go over it again, even start the video from the beginning to see fundamental and the derived. So this will be the end for the class for today. So if you have any question you want us to solve, or you have any question particular this topic, please kindly drop it on the group. Okay. Here is a little question I've put together for you. Please, I need your response on this answer. So once you have go over it, so I need the options. Just drop the options so we know which one is correct before we now do it together. Thank you.